Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I have 3 games for you today. They're really short, and all have something in common. I wonder what? You'll see. So, yeah, the first game we're gonna start off with is Dear Genny. All 3 games will be linked in the description, so you can play them. So, let's start. Using my foot, I close my bedroom door as gently as possible before plopping the bundle of items down my desk. Phone, check. Bottle of water, check. Salty potato chips for stress, check. It would have been better to do this months ago, but it's too late now. And well, can't put it off anymore. You got this, Maria. Ah, that's too loud. Dear Genny, will you go out with me? No, too straightforward. You'll only scare her. How about, Genny, do you want to get coffee after writing club this Friday? Oh, come on, Maria. You don't even like coffee. Ow. How rude. And Genny has standards when it comes to coffee. Plus, where would we even go? Starcash? What a great memory for her. Overpriced coffee, stale desserts with people staring at the goth and the weirdo. How about, hey Genny, since the new I can't pronounce these. Mahou Shoujo Maho movie is coming out soon. I probably butchered that entirely. I'm so sorry. Would you want to come over and rewatch the series just for the 2 of us? She'll just think that this will just be a regular old get-together. What is this word? Y'all didn't have made it a yearly rewatch if you wanted it to be something special. And I really need to gay up my room. It still looks like a cis boy's room. But room troubles doesn't get me any closer to asking Genny out. Take her to a restaurant? She hates fancy places. Go for a hike? I can't even drive. Explain Euclid's proof of the infinitude of primes? I think only mathletes would find that interesting. Okay then, let's just tell her? I can worry about a first date after I ask her. I grab a handful of chips and start typing on my phone. And I don't stop typing. Is my audio on? Yeah. I like you, Genny. I know this is awful timing, but I bet you're applying to... I even bet you're applying to colleges right now. I know I kind of fucked up by waiting until now. You'll be gone and I'll be here. And soon enough, we'll be looking to put our high school days in the garbage of yesteryear. But dysphoria sucks, and so does school. And I didn't want to ruin our friendship. You've meant a lot to me over the years. Even when you shoved me off the playground in elementary school after I said your dolls sucked. Wow. LOL. Scared the hell of my brother. So I don't want to leave this all behind without saying something. Even if it just makes things uncomfortable. So, I'm sorry, but I like you. And I want to go on a date with you. A romantic one. Aww. We can have our big get-together with Ray, Mark, and everyone. But I want our own memory. Just the 2 of us. For how crappy high school was, I just want one memory for us that doesn't suck. Love, Maria. Wow. I didn't even think about what I was writing and just wrote. It's long, personal, and it sucks. Coming on that strong is really, really going to creep her out. Ugh, go away. Fuck. This is hopeless. I take one last look at the phone. That's when I notice that there is some text left. I like you, Genny. My thumb hovers over the send button. A lot could go wrong, but so long as we're honest about expectations, we'll be fine, right? Ah, choices. Tell her! I hit the send button and let out a sigh. Hold on. but I soon break out into a giggling fit. I can't believe I did it. Yes! I relax and flop down on the bed, laughing all the way. Wait, why hasn't she responded? Maybe she hates it. Does she think I'm gross, or... Maybe I should watch anime. Yeah, that'll calm me down. I leave my phone on my desk, grab the Blu-ray to flap flippers, and head downstairs to watch some anime. Flap flippers? I don't know what will happen in the future, but at least I could tell her how I felt. You have one new message from Genny. Heart. Aww. There we go. I delete the message. No need to worry Genny over something else now. Fuck. It sucks, but we just don't have time. Maybe if I knew I was trans sooner, maybe if I had more guts, maybe... That doesn't matter. Thinking about it will just make it worse. I throw away the empty bag of chips, grab the Blu-ray to flap flippers, and head downstairs to watch some anime. Even if I didn't confess my feelings, I have one thing still. My best friend in the whole wide world, Genny. Aww. Okay, that was short and quick. So we're moving on to the next game. Alright, so we're on to our next game. Draw No More. Still has somewhat the same theme. If I remember correctly from the description, it's about an artist. We'll see. So, yeah. Actually, yeah. Let's start. Ooh. I don't know how to pronounce these things. Takatsukasa Riko sat across from me. I wondered if I saw a dream, only to be jolted back to the reality by the touch of my pencil on the canvas, sketching out the curve of her jaw and the sweet tilt of her smile. How long was it since we last met? Since I last drew her visage? As usual, I had no words to say. I instead breathed in the quiet tranquility of my studio and squinted against the shadows to see her back to the wall beyond my easel. The slightest tremor tugged at my wrist as she opened her mouth to speak. Kotonoha. Between saying the moon is beautiful, isn't it? Or replying, I could die happy now. Which do you prefer? Suseki translated the words I love you, and Futabate suggested a response. Which should I prefer? Neither. I would rather speak directly. I love you. Much too dearly to speak in the euphemisms of literary giants. I returned to the rough, drawing the arch of her brows. My fingers creaked as for a moment I tried to meet her eyes, a blinding flash of light forcing my gaze away. I wanted to hurry up and finish this sketch. I wanted to slow down and stay with her forever. A crooked, wobbly line, a hurting wrist. I glanced downward to my regrets. Riko was a liar. Ever since we first met in the garden of my grandfather's house as our families held a conference, I knew that she was a liar with a pretty smile and sparkling eyes. She chipped away at herself the same way her doctors tore at the flesh of her heart each time she collapsed. Adults liked her, even my parents did. I would have liked for her to scream and cry and beat my shoulders instead of coating her tongue in saccharine honey until it clogged her throat. My only truth of her was the warmth of her palm as she pulled me along as a child. Kotonoha, when you finish the painting this time, let me see. You don't draw people very often. I don't have many people I like. Brother did say that your heart belonged to the canvas. Your brother slanders me. I do everything in moderation, but of course, as long as you want to, you can look at the painting, just not when I'm drawing it. I finished the sketch and switched to the paints. My wrist hurt. You seem happy right now. Is there something, perhaps someone you're thinking about right now? A person whom you like? I only draw people I like. Her lips curled up in delight. A laugh like the tinkling of bells escaped her mouth. I liked it, so much that I would sell my soul to hear it again. What about Rico? I don't have many people I like either. The person I like is good with words but clumsy at speaking. She's an artist who doesn't take care of herself. Ouch, you just described me. This person stands just a little shorter than me, makes the cutest faces, and has the nicest hair. When I think about it, she also has the softest lips. She flustered me always. I remembered the one time we kissed. Neither she nor I had committed to anything, just promising to brush it away as a folly of youth as our lips brushed against each other. We were on the tatami of the empty calligraphy room, our homework discarded to the side, and kissed just that once, as if we weren't still young now. And she didn't visit me at the hospital recently. Hold on. There we go. I'm sorry. How did your surgery go? My wrist hurt. As well as it could have been expected to go. No, don't make that face, Kotonoha. I'm still right here before you, am I not? I have no more reason to return to the hospital. So you can eat all the ketchup and yogurt you want? Yes, that is one way to put it. We continued chatting and eventually fell into quietude. The shadows blurred, the mirage wavered. My brush that touched the canvas seemed to glisten mockingly as my arm stiffened and shook mid-stroke. I breathed in sharply, opening my mouth to speak. She broke the silence at the same second, so I gestured for her to continue. What would you say if I told you the moon is ugly tonight? We were indoors, in this place where the sun still leaked through the curtains on my windows. She meant to say, I don't love you, so that I would respond, neither do I. I'd rather not die for you. She spoke in proper words, expecting an improper response. My wrist hurt. Then why would you accompany me to view the moon once more tomorrow? Oh, that's not what that said. Then would you accompany me to view the moon once more tomorrow? I was bad at talking. If you're alright with me. Kotonoha. Huh? I'm assuming that said I love you. I squinted against the light to peer at the familiar shadow her lashes cast on her cheeks. Why couldn't I see her? Even now she smiled. Blurring in my vision, she shifted as if making to leave, as if I would never set my eyes upon her again. No, stay here. I'm still painting your expression. My wrist hurt. The paintbrush fell from my hand with a clatter on the ground that did not reach my ears. My fingers trembled, unable to bend enough to pick it up. Why was I crying? Red paint smeared over my face as I wiped away my tears. At what point had I been using red? This terrible color that both suited her and didn't. What was I drawing? I had no answer. This was my madness. Even as she spoke, I knew that... Uh-oh. Let me hurt you one last time. Kotonoha, Kotonoha. I hope that the moon is beautiful tonight. A canvas could not speak. This was a canvas of a person who could no longer speak. Takatsukasa Riko sat across from me. What? Now, that just confused me a little bit. Is it just like one huge loop? I'm confused. I wondered if I saw a dream only to be jolted. But yeah, okay, that was apparently the end of Draw No More. That was very interesting. Very short, of course. No choices, just an interesting little game. Um, all three of these games, I forgot to mention, are for the same game jam, just for 2 different years, if I remember correctly. So, we move on to the third and final game. Finally, we reach the last game. Hold on, it's still a bit loud. Finally, we reach the last game, Follower A. You are the nameless follower for Villainous, but it seems that she knows your name. Alright, let's begin. Hold on. One moment. For a long time I had been dreaming, only now I had been awoken. The world we live in was but a novel, and we were the characters. I was given this revelation much too late. Walking into the prison, escorted by a guard, I saw the villainess of the story already imprisoned in the cell that she was doomed to stay in until the end of her life. In that story, I was simply one of her nameless followers. Why, God, did you wake me from my nightmares now? If I could have continued living without realizing the truth of those dreams, I could have been much happier. As I could not find the right words to say to God in my heart, I found my tongue caught in my throat when I met face to face with the villainess. But of course, she wasn't a villainess. Hello, Elise. May I inquire what troubles you? Lady Galatea was anything but a villainess. Even though her face was aloof, God, did you not hear the concern in her voice for insignificant me? My apologies. I haven't been sleeping well lately, but more importantly, Lady Galatea, are you okay? Yes, I've been fine. I'm sure the Crown Prince will come to his senses soon. Needless to say, I'm happy to see you here. No one else has visited me so far besides that girl. How those words lit a fire of anger in my heart. I knew that the Crown Prince, the dog of a prince, who cheated on his fiancée, my dear lady, with another wouldn't come to his senses. But what if he doesn't? Tomorrow, I knew that he would officially announce the date of her execution. For what crimes? I wanted to ask even... For what crimes? I wanted to ask even though I knew for what crime she would be convicted. Accusations of bullying turned into accusations of treason. Did the daughter of the Grand Duke not have the right to punish a man-stealing daughter of a baron? When did the hierarchy of our society suddenly flip around like this? Too caught up in my own indignation, I only then realized how inappropriate the words I said were. What if the prince doesn't come to his senses? What if you are left to rot forever? Then I suppose I will die. I'm sorry for asking. What? I will die. Whoops. Why must you ask? Why must you make such a sad expression when I answer your question? Because I cannot imagine a life without you. Why is it that I can clearly remember you throwing cake with your hands at me, telling me to leave you alone that first time we met after the Marquis took you in? That was when I was stupid. Of course, you've grown up to be a splendid young lady. For a moment more, we chatted. We talked as if nothing had changed since our childhood, as if there were no middle bars between us. Then I was once more reminded of her impending doom. You seemed troubled by something our entire conversation. Is it the nightmares? Or perhaps you've spoken with that girl? I haven't spoken with her. Then I won't trouble you with her. Oh. But I wish I could become someone you could confide in. It's because I care for you that I have trouble saying what she said to me. Please tell me. She told me that I will be executed for treason by the Crown Prince's decision. Oh. Look at your face. I knew that I wouldn't be able to bear seeing that sad expression. But perhaps what she said is true. So it is. I suppose I will die then. Dear God, you gave me the future, so why could you not give me the words to say at this moment? Elise, don't cry. You'll ruin your beautiful face, so please don't cry. Does it matter if you won't be there to see me in the future? Of course it does. I want you to be happy and beautiful and to smile. It doesn't matter without you. I love you too dearly. I know. I love you too. Afterwards, I cried for a very long, long time. The guard had even come over to check on us after hearing my muffled wails, ruining my makeup by rubbing away the tears leaking from my red, puffy eyes. I sobbed till there was no more tears to be sobbed, and the time I could spend visiting her came to an end. Goodbye, Elise. We may not meet again. I couldn't even properly say goodbye as I was escorted out of the prison by the guard. When I returned home, my father placed me under house arrest. Why? Had I visited someone who wasn't supposed to be visited? I fell ill, and when I regained clarity of my mind, it seemed that the world had followed its script. As things went in the novel, things went in reality. Lady Galatea died. Thus, my heart died as well. What end came to the nameless follower girl in that novel? She, or rather I, had not been significant enough to be included in the narrative after Lady Galatea's death. I was sure that she must have tried to take revenge against that dog prince and whore, but she surely must have failed as well. In the end, I wasted away to my own death. When I woke up again, I was in the body of a child. My body as a child, as the Marquis came to pick me up along with my mistress of a mother. Why, God, did you make me up for my nightmares again? It seemed that I had gained a second chance to save her. Oh? God. Ugh. Sad endings. Stop giving me sad endings. Alright. So, that was it for all three of those games. Very short. Very short. They were just meant to be something to kick my channel off, and they were really good storylines. The cliffhangers I have been left with this entire video. But yeah, the artist is great. Links down in the description. Follower A and Draw No More were made by Fornoki, and Dear Genny was made by, if I remember correctly, Fornoki and ThatWannabeCat. So yeah, check them out in the description. They have really cool games that I'm planning, and they have games I'm planning on visiting in the future. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed these 3 short games, or visual novels, and I'll see you all later. Bye!